So I believe that was on the western side here where the waterfall was. Paddle. Super paddling. Still haven't found an Ochu. I haven't fought a gator though. I think I fought a white gator, but not the regular green ones. The green and pink gator. Which I guess that's the gator from Rockadoodle. Is that what the gator? The big-lipped alligator. I'm not the biggest fan of the paladin just being all white, because whenever he crouches, I think he's petrified. For a second there, I was thinking, what in that enemy grouping petrified him? But no, it's just the color that he's been set up with now. Okay. Here we are. My legs are beautiful. It's so nice to have legs. Okay. Legs. So I'm pretty sure he still can't cast level 6 spells, so no sense in looking for magic. And I don't think the cat claw is sold here. Nope, that's sold at Gaia. Warriors, you have oxyale. The mermaids wait. Please help them. Okay. I feel like this old guy says something different when I have that. North, there's a robot or something? Okay, he just says the same thing, right? Trying to make that shout ability happen. Alright, here we go. Must be up with one of those columns. Let's see. I don't really see the purpose in doing mug anymore. Probably need to switch weapons. Another one of those ninja throwing items. Not fighting another one of those. Maybe I have to. Probably should be using the heal staff a bit more if I'm going to keep getting lit 2 on everybody. I'm thinking about switching Kurt back to that assassin dagger. That's a lot different. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Don't want it anyway. Satin ribbon. Gotta get that great white. Alright, got him for my bestiary. And took out Jabberjaw. Alright, let's see. Oh, nothing in there. Whoop, nope, I want to run. I'll go up those stairs in a second, because if I'm not mistaken, going downstairs takes you to Kraken, and going upstairs takes you to the mermaids. Where is this treasure, though? I want to get that. Is it in here? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, let's go to the right. Go to that staircase leading up. A big eye. Let's take that big eye out. Wow, 225 hit points and it's still alive. That was a big eye. that great white shark's got a fair amount of hit points too. This is probably my least favorite dungeon in this entire game. And it's not that it's terrible or I hate it. I just don't like the way it's laid out. I feel like it's too labyrinthine for its own good. And I find myself getting lost in it. Well, not really lost, but it's easy to miss things. And it just kind of feels like it has a random layout. I once printed out all the maps to do a D&D campaign of this, and I remember looking at that and just thinking, there's no flow to that. It looks like it was randomly generated. I never did complete that. That might be something I do one of these days, but probably not. If I do, it'll be in a roundabout way. I am working on a campaign that draws its inspiration from old video games, but I try to steer clear of actual RPGs because I want to be able to, I want to have very little to work off of so that almost all of it is my own creation. So if I pick something that's got a little bit too much lore already in it, then I'm just ripping it off. So not that there's a heck of a lot of lore with this game, there isn't, but it's still more than I would like there to be. So I say that, but what I'm working on right now does take some inspiration from the Mana series. Really just the first two games and a little bit of the third one. But again, I just don't feel like there's enough lore there for that to be that big of a problem. I feel like this game's got more lore than Final Fantasy Adventure does. And that's probably not 100% accurate. It's probably about the same, honestly, but the same amount of lore. Final Fantasy Adventures is just, I mean, really, it's just Star Wars with a tree. Final Fantasy 2 is even more Star Wars than that. So if that's another thing I probably won't ever rip off is Final Fantasy 2, because if I rip off too much of Final Fantasy 2 or Final Fantasy Adventure, I'm just making Star Wars. So I got to be careful. All right, so I'm trying to pick up this armor, this opal armor, which I definitely want. I think what I'm going to do is, let's see. I have really no choice but to drop this flame armor. So that's what I'm going to do. Flame armor, opal armor now. Body armor that resists lightning instead of resisting fire. Oh well. I can't help it. We're loaded down. I need to be putting this Zeus gauntlet to good use since it's taking up space in my inventory and making it harder for me to get armor. We're getting kind of whittled down on the hit points. Aha. Heal 2. I'm just going to use that. Oops. Nope, 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 nope. I really don't need to be running as much as I am anymore. I don't want to gain more experience than I already have gained. And I'm trying to minimize how much damage I'm taking as well. I'm still not very high level. I mean, I guess I'm high level compared to what I normally am, but it's still not a comfortable place to be. Alright, Ruben's got a light axe. I'll give Cyrus the other light axe. And we're getting way too many weapons here. I'll have to sell some stuff soon. Wasn't it just saying that there was an item close by? Where was it saying that? Up here? Run away, run away, run away. I don't know. Maybe I got it and didn't remember that I did. Wizard Sahagin. Okay, so let's try to get this going here. Let's see. No, he doesn't have the Zeus Gauntlet. He does. Okay. That should take out, I'm thinking, the red ones. Feels like cheating. What is feels like cheating? I got to see what that is because that's bugging me. I'm checking that achievement here in a second. I know I got to find out what that means. Feels like cheating. What feels like cheating? Using the magic weapons? I'm probably going to be level 25 at the end of the game, which is pretty standard for me. And at the end of the day, you know, I think I've done it a little bit lower than that before. What was I going to do? I forgot. Well, I need to do some healing, so maybe I'll remember while I'm healing everybody. Mage staff, okay. I believe that's ice too. Right? Oh, fire too, okay. So I'll give that to Ruben. In place of the light axe, and I think I'll just let Roland hold the light axe. Oh, I wanted to check that achievement. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, this is the first time I'm doing this, so let's see. Okay. Story. So many tentacles. Proof of courage. Hey, listen, that's some good stuff. Rosetta Stone. Okay, challenge. Completion. Honored. Mystic quest. What's that mean? Obtain all treasures logged by... Yeah. I remember seeing that before. Okay. I'm curious about these, but what is speedrunning strats? Take 100 steps along the bottom edges of any interior dungeon rooms during a single playthrough in any game mode. What is that supposed to do? I'm super curious about that now. Knock who down? Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm not going to do this much longer because I don't want to have to edit it out. So I don't see it. Feels like cheating. Well-rounded, dripped out. There it is. Ooh, sparkly, so much treasure. Oh, there's different pages. Oh, man. There it is. Feels like cheating. Use enchanted items 10 times in combat. Okay. Okay, that makes sense to me. All right. It does feel like cheating sometimes. All right, where are you? Oh, there it is. Nice. Okay. Man, the treasure is getting to where it's terrible. I don't even want to bother. I've been saying that probably for the last 2 or 3 dungeons. So, the counter ability, based on what I just saw, is pretty much flavor. Because that was really weak. It may as well, to me, not even be in the game. It's just a flavor thing. I get that we're not wanting to make the game too easy, but we didn't run away, so I'm going to go ahead and just take these things out. Wait a minute. You know, it'd be funny. Confusion. No, not mage staff. What am I doing? Well, yeah. Mage staff. It probably won't do much to them. Let's just use the Zeus Gauntlet, get a little healing in there. See how many I can confuse. A lot of people sell that staff, and I think some of the guides I've looked at just tell you to sell it because they're like, oh, confusion's terrible. Now, confusion's fun when it works. It's a lot of fun. Well, there's nobody left to confuse. Oh, confuse the wizard, Sahagin. And then I killed him. So he didn't know what hit him. Alright, I think that's all the treasure in that room. Alright, here's the mermaids. Oh. You have responded to me. Huh? Very close by, but it's not inside there. Is it down here? There it is, okay. Nothing here. Nothing here. What am I doing? I'm pushing the wrong button. Can't carry the opal ring. Okay. Alright, who is going to benefit the most from the opal ring? Kurt, probably? No, he's got the ice armor now. So, Ruben, I think. I'm curious about something, though. Can Ruben use that kind of armor? No. So then, yeah, Ruben's the one we're going to get that for. Whoops. Pushing buttons like a fool. Okay. So then, I'm going to just drop another gold ring. So I can get this opal ring. $34, $24. Yep. Alright, that works for me. Pretty sure I talked to that mermaid already. Nothing here. My friend Daryl went to the land, then never returned. I've often wondered what happened. Maybe she grew legs and walked away. As in Daryl Hannah of Splash. Making a Splash reference in Final Fantasy. That's a movie I've never seen. I have no excuse. We had it on tape when I was growing up. Never watched it. Never had a desire to watch it. I thought it just wasn't my thing. I remember turning it on once and just being like, not really, no. Ancient knife. Let's see. A knife made of ancient tech. Which I guess is a dancer weapon. See, that just bothers me. If you're going to have knives, I see no reason why an ancient knife couldn't be used by anybody who can use a knife. Maybe if there was a name in it that said like dancing dagger or dancing knife, I could see it being a dancer only item, but otherwise no. It seems strangely restrictive. Please save the sea and make the orb shine again. It makes sense that the ribbons can only be used by dancers. I get that. I suppose you are the legendary... What? This is the shrine's top floor. The Fiend of Water, Kraken, lives on the bottom floor. To unlock the Mirage Tower, the Lefinish used a musical tone. I'm getting some lore drops here. I got to remember this stuff. Can't carry the opal shield. Okay. Can the ice shield be equipped by Ruben? No, I knew that. Only the buckler can be. Well, then I think I'll just have to drop that. Drop the ice shield. Opal shield. Did that already. Well, I'm not getting any leads on these treasures. Did I talk to her? As long as the Fiend of Water lives, we... Oh, boo-hoo. We what? Seems like you're doing okay. Are we going to become bubbles? Did I get an achievement from talking to people? That would be an achievement you wouldn't get if you were playing this game with player knowledge. I kind of want to run back over here. I feel like I'm missing something. And I know I'm missing 2 treasures. I don't know where they're hiding them. I really can't carry another Zeus gauntlet, so that's going to have to sit there. I don't know why you'd want 2 Zeus gauntlets. Okay, I got to remember that. Can't carry the opal gauntlet. I wouldn't want it anyway. I want the pro ring. Can't carry the opal helm. Now, I do want that. Drop the silver helm. Opal helm. Until I find a ribbon, that's what we'll use. And there's the slab. Awesome. Rosetta Stone. Okay, so way back a long time ago, we heard about Dr. Une and that he might know how to speak the Finnish. So he's going to need that slab. So let's see, where's this? Room that I didn't get the treasure out of. Let's see, it's on the far end here, I think. A power staff. That sells for some money though. Alright. Sure, whatever. Alright, I got all the treasure from there that I can get, so let's go down and see if we can't amputate some tentacles off of Kraken. Alright, I got all the stuff in there. I don't remember right off the top of my head where the staircase is. Pretty sure I've already fought some ghosts. They're not going to let me run though, are they? Okay, we'll kill them. Again. That's a big hit. 113. Gonna have to heal after this. Wow, Roland's actually taking a lot of damage. I've been not paying attention. Well, we got to do some healing after this for sure. And I probably need to be using my healing staff a little bit more, but I don't really stay in the battles long enough to do that. Might have to do that a little bit. So that maybe I'm not going through so many potions. I don't know why I'm doing that. I got all 3 items. Okay, there's the stairs. And then over here is the other stairs. I got to do this fight because I got to get that item, that water elemental. Which I believe those are really hard to hit. Let's see how Cyrus does on it. Yeah, not very well. Kurt tore it up though. Kurt is already a completely different person than he was before. He hits much harder now. Nope, don't want to fight that. There's probably going to be some fights that I just can't run from coming up here, so I would rather run when I can. Lobster. I appreciate that there's one of them so I can get it from a bestiary and never have to fight them again. Alright. Sea snake's a new enemy. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to spread that around. Kurt's a lot stronger now, so we shouldn't have to double up very often. Get some more healing Yeah, I figured there had to be something over here. There we go. Can't carry the water gauntlet. I wouldn't want it anyway. Does Kraken really even do water attacks? I think he might have one. Nope, I want to use heal. You know what else I need to do? I need to try to crowd control a little bit better here. Let's see, what have I got here? Can't remember what I gave to everybody. I'm going to try that. I'm going to do heal, and then he's got the Zeus Gauntlet. There we go. Which didn't seem to do that well. I'm not really sure what these snakes are weak against. Probably ice, I guess. Seems like they would be strong against it. I feel like with this party, you have an easy time for the most part, but what this party has difficulty with is crowds. That's why I run from them most of the time. I'd rather just run from the crowds. Unless they're undead, and then it does okay with undead crowds. Right now, undead crowds would be my easiest to deal with group because I've got so much undead destroying magic items. I doubt the light axe is going to do very much damage to them, but I kind of want to see. Not horrible, not great. Ouch. Gosh, they hit hard though. Yeah, we can't run from them anyway. Just fight them. He still can't. He still can't cast those spells. Pretty sure that's not going to work. So let's just hit him, and then we'll do. I think we'll lay down a mage staff and a light axe. There we go. All right. No time for that. You'd think the big guy would do something else besides just paralyze this late in the game. I guess it just has a better chance of doing it. How'd I miss some treasure? Or was there... Oh, was it that water gauntlet I couldn't get? I don't even remember. I think it's what it was. I'm hoping that's what it was. I can't imagine there's anything that I'm going to want. At this point in the game, I just want the standard equipment. I'm just going to drop that. That might sell for a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and drop that harp too. And the frozen axe. You know what? I'm just going to drop this stuff I can't use. I'm not worried about the money. There we go. I'm going to use that right now. Whoops. If I can get my control to cooperate. I already got the only item in here. 110 gold. 450 gold. Oops. Uh-oh. What's up with that? Oh no. Got some lines in our menu or our text box. I don't remember that happening before. I hope that's not going to make anything else mess up. Oh, we got to fight these. I guess they're like the other elemental types. I wonder if I can confuse them. Pretty sure they're not very weak against the Zeus Gauntlet, but we'll lay it down, soften them up a little bit maybe. One of them took a fair amount of damage from it. Can't confuse water. All right. I'm going to still try that. I'm just going to punch them this time. I could be using some of these limits. That's a lot of damage on Kurt. Okay. I was afraid that was hitting Kurt, but no. Okay, good deal. Of course, Ruben can bring people back to life now a little bit, so it's not as bad of an issue. But we're getting fairly low on potions. Seems like the encounter rate's getting higher the lower I go in this dungeon. I wonder if that's true. It's probably just because I'm running. Running makes me feel like I'm getting in more battles. Come on, get away. There's too many enemies. Let's say we're not going to get to. Yep. Alright. Let's see. Let's try to confuse some. I'm going to go ahead with a heal staff and the Zeus Gauntlet. This is kind of a time waster. It just tickles me. I can't help it. Oh, there are a bunch of them confused. Alright. Now I'm going to kill him with lightning. Not him. But almost everybody else, probably. Probably everybody else. The red Sahagin really don't belong in this dungeon. They're way underpowered for it. Everything else here subverts expectations. You'd think everything here would be weak against lightning, but most of it isn't. So when they are weak against lightning, they got so many hit points it doesn't matter. Okay, no more menu issue. That's cool. What do we got here? Something I don't want to fight. Oh, this could go badly. If we don't get to run from them. Oh, that sucked. Okay. Well, that's why I buy the softs. So let's go ahead and move Kurt back where he belongs. Can't carry the power gauntlet. I can't remember what that does. What does the power gauntlet do? Power gauntlet. What does that do? I think it casts temper. Whatever it does, I can't get it. I don't have any space. How much absorb does that give? 2? I'm just going to drop the buckler because the absorb it grants is pretty terrible. And I can always buy another one if I really want one, but I'll get a better shield very soon. So let's see, what does that do? Gauntlets that bolster strength. Oh, they give you saber. Okay. Give you saber. Okay, let's see. Who would I like to give that to? I am going to give that to... I don't know who to give that to. I can't imagine anybody could make much use of it. We've already got, and this is a problem with this version of this game, we've already got abilities that duplicate that. So I kind of feel like it just needs to be sold. I'm going to give it to Cyrus, though. And I'm going to try to use it with Cyrus one time and see what I think. Let's see. Still not finding any treasure. Of course, there's only one item in this whole room, so it could be anywhere. Another light axe. Now that I've got to get rid of. There's too many of them. A pure, okay. All that for a pure. Okay, I've already found all that. So now we're just going to the normal rooms. 134, gosh. Ow! Okay, let's see, what we got here? I'm about to light these guys up. Let's see. Try to give Ruben some healing here. With a mage staff with that. Let's see. And a light axe. Alright, guys. That's enough. Seems like these ghosts are very difficult to run away from. I need to remember that. You just can't really run away from ghosts. It's too difficult. Took way too much damage trying to get away. Whoop, nope. Let's try to do a heal. So I think this is where I start to lose my way a little bit. Oh, I gotta have that. Okay, let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna drop that power staff. Maybe I won't. Let's see. Who am I gonna give this ribbon to? Let's see. Ruben's got the current ribbon. I'm gonna give it to Cyrus because the slime helmet is stupid. All right. Let's see. Now, ribbons just resist elements, it says, according to this, so it doesn't even really resist petrification. Oh well. Okay, we're getting that line issue again. I don't know why I'm doing that search. I've already got that stuff. Let me get away. Okay, we will murder you then. I'm not even going to do that because I'm just going to turn around and kill him. Zeus. Power. And you could do it to anybody. That's awesome. I thought it was only going to be self. I don't know why I thought that. Ineffective. Is it only? It only works for swords. That's what it is. It doesn't work for fists. Alright, I'm going to do it one more time just because I'm curious. Gloves that boost damage. Why am I doing that? Yeah, that's everything in there. Okay. Whoops. Come on, controller. There we go. Got a bunch of treasure here. I may have to start fighting just to get more heals off. Tridents. That's a cool addition. Pretty sure last time I played it, I got that and used it. Oh, I didn't notice that happen. I do appreciate that the developer of this put stuff in these empty rooms that the thief can find. Oh yeah, I can't run from these. They're boss monsters, essentially. They're tearing us up like a boss monster should. I think if I haven't used that ninja ability, I'm about to. Yep. Smoke bomb. What's his limit again? Focus strike? Okay. Unleash a powerful blast of energy to all foes. So do I just have one chi all the time now? Without having to charge it? That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I could be using his abilities a lot more. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta do some healing. I gotta go this way to check out this side, though. Oh, something's very close by. I hope it's inside of here. I think that's all that's in here, right? Yeah. Unless he put some more treasure up here somewhere. Nope. Don't see any. Oh, maybe? Maybe? Is it in here? Well, now I want to go back in there and check, because that's where I would put it if it was me. I gotta fight these now. Yep. Weapon damage and hit percent up, but you gotta have a weapon. That sucks. That sucks that I can't use Saber on Cyrus's fists. I have a spell in my tabletop RPG that I homebrewed that's supposed to be like the old AD&D striking, but if I remember right, when I was reading about that, it was like Saber, and striking didn't work on anything but weapons. So I had to make a different striking that would work on unarmed strikes. Can't carry the hill helm. Alright, yep, that power gauntlet's gone now. I want that heel helm. Okay. Who's got that? Cyrus. Probably won't keep that very long, but right now that it's going to be useful. I just can't have extra armor. I don't have room. That's another big drawback with this group. Well, there's Kraken. I'm missing something, ain't I? Oh, just a big circle. Well, that's what I get for checking things out. Alright. Let's do what we can do here. What am I doing? I didn't mean to do that. Alright. Ended up healing somebody already fully healed and just wasting them. Alright, Cyrus needs some more healing. I got one more I can lay on him. Ruben, how about some of your cures that we never get to use? Alright, everybody, that's close enough to full. The Fiend's ball is shattered, evaporating all the water. Ho ho ho! How foolhardy to dare challenge me, Kraken the Fiend of Water. I could probably do a better voice, but I'm saving it for another video later. So, when I was a kid, I never noticed that he's holding a sword. But you can see it. It's plain as day. Alright, let's see. Let's get this war cry. So this does what now? This I used the best one already. Lowers water resistance, lowers lightning resist. Water damage to all foes, lowers lightning resist. I'm going to try that. See if I can hit him with water harder. What's his limit? Refresh, restores target allies. Limit ability. I don't think anybody's got a limit ability I care that much about except maybe Roland. Swaps available charges for 2 magic levels. Not really needing to do something like that. I think he does ice spells, but I think I would rather use fast first. Okay. And then his limit is just a big hit. So let's get a... let's do that big hit. Focus strike. 270. Not half bad. Let's see. Guess we'll just fight. Let's see what he can do here. Skills. Sadly, I used the lightning one. So I'll just have to fight. Okay. Limit. I'm going to try to refresh. No, I'm not. I'm going to cast fast on Cyrus. Nice. 349 damage. He did more with his regular attack. We just beat the crap out of Kraken. I don't think he got to do anything except ink. Which makes sense. We made him ink all over himself.